Seasonal events in video games always brought joy. Jump in leading up to Christmas or Halloween and boom, there was whole new content and special items to be consumed that were only available for a limited time. Oh, and there was also the music and Christmas jingles.
Nice.
Welcome, this is Jellybeans, and today we're deep diving into the different seasonal events in games, the nostalgia, cosmetics, and everything in between. When I think of special events, the first game that actually used to stay up to log in right at the kickoff was Runescape. I'm from Australia. We don't get snow. Instead, sometimes we have scorching 40-degree heat. No cocoa by the fire and snowed in vibes, but logging into Runescape to find the event location and snow, well, that hit my white winter Christmas feeling. Then it wasn't just Christmas either. Easter, Halloween, Thanksgiving. Do you know how disappointed I was when in 2005 we travelled overseas and I couldn't log into the Easter event on RuneScape? I came back and all my friends could become Easter eggs and whack me over the head with a chicken, and I had nothing.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
And since it's now become a staple for live service and MMOs to give players a reason to jump back in, and I know I've had my fair share of WoW and Final Fantasy XIV events that I definitely played for. But there is also another reason. Something about bragging rights and rewards and showing off to your friends. It's in-game cosmetics. That's right, what do we give players for participating in a limited time event? Special items, skins, cosmetics, and in some cases, they can never be retrieved again. Once upon a time, League of Legends actually changed the map Summoner's Rift to include snow and Christmas trees. This was short-lived because it affected the gameplay and wasn't the most accessible for those who were visually impaired. Instead of leaving it as a choice, Riot removed the map, but still included their annual limited skins for champions, profile icons, wards, and everything else and everything in between. This must have been very successful for Riot Games because they didn't just start pumping out skins for real-life events like Christmas and Halloween.
First of all, congratulations, Mr. Krabs.
Hello, I like money.
What inspired you to build a second Krusty Krab right next door to the original?
Money?
There was also MSI, Animate Squad, Debonair, Into the Arcane, Worlds, Coven, Luna, the list goes on. They found a way to tap into people's need to not miss out, as you wouldn't want to be the only friend who doesn't have an Easter egg. Oh god. But if you think that was too much, well, there's another game that takes it to another level. Of course, I am talking about Fortnite Again. Christmas events, concerts, video game tie-ins. I will admit it's very cool seeing many of your favourite video game characters in the same game battling it out to be the last man standing, and they're only cosmetics so they don't affect gameplay, and that's definitely a plus. But with every living world game model, there is so much content the developers spend hours painstakingly developing that if you join in Season 11, you're not going to see. But I've definitely touched on this quite a bit, and you can look at my other videos, so we're moving on. This has now formed the basis of many mobile games and the gacha market, where each seasonal event draws in players to gamble for their new unlocks, and for me this has started to put a bit of a damper on something that I used to really look forward to. However, I do have one bonus item for you. If we jump back to the good old RuneScape days for a second, all the way back to 2005, many of you will remember the Santa and party hats. Jagex, the developer, had a different option for these limited items: let the players trade them. Over time, because the items could only be retrieved back in the event, they became legendary in status and wealth, and as the amount of them on the market would only go down over time, they started soaring into the millions, and that affected the economy in such a fascinating way. So then what games do the whole event thing really well then? That would be special modes and events, my dear viewer. Imagine logging in near Christmas to Call of Duty in Verdun to find a reenactment of the Christmas peace as we saw in World War I, where instead of shooting and gunning down your enemies, you now enter a truce and a snowball fight. Or we have Hitman's Holiday Hoarders, where you had to save Christmas in a Home Alone meets Agent 47 scenario. Actually fun and spicing up the gameplay, this is how you do an in-game event. But one of my favourites was Killing Floor. Something about killing zombies in Santa's workshop while iconic Christmas themes play in the background really creates a wonderful atmosphere. Don't worry, Halloween gets the same treatment in the likes of Sea of Thieves and Animal Crossing, so the spookiness is also not lost. And if annual events and updates for a new game mode and cosmetics are one side of the coin, then the other would be experiences that didn't want to miss out either way. The Simpsons Hit and Run was a fantastic GTA-like mission run that used different open levels for each section to play through. The final level takes you back to Springfield, you know and love, but there's a twist, and it's Treehouse of Horror themed, which is amazing. Witches flying on brooms, coffin cars, ghost ships, and zombie citizens. It's a wonderful homage to spooky Halloween time. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 had Sora, Donald, and Goofy exploring Halloween Town and Santa's workshop. This did just tie into the Disney World to World theme, but was a nice change of setting and pace. We also have the bane of my existence, Stardew Valley, which is my girlfriend's favourite game of all time. 4 different seasons are littered in with different events to participate in and meet the townfolk. She won't stop playing though, and she's already hundreds of hours deep. How is a game made by one man? So much content. Calming down, lastly we have the Rockstar School Life Simulator Bully, utilising the passage of time throughout the game with events thrown in such as Christmas, Halloween, where you'll need to perform special bullying tasks to the student residents while dressed up and walking as a skeleton who throws stink bombs. Ah, the memories. Seasonal events can be great. They give players more content and a reason to continue playing. They also offer a different scenario and experience from the norm, and will always have a special place in my childhood. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification if you want more content just like this one. I'm Jellybeans, and I'll see you next time.